Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I am unboxing the Scrawlrbox and using the supplies to do the Scrawlr challenge. If you're like, what is the Scrawlrbox? It is a monthly subscription art box in which you get surprise art supplies to play with. Scrawlrbox also have a monthly challenge. Last month's was Stranger Worlds, which I will link here somewhere so you can check that out. This month's challenge was Workspace Highlight, which we will get to after the unboxing. Oh, and you gotta have some snacks, right? I'm loving these chickpea puffs by Hippies. Okay, so this box is office themed. It has a bunch of traditional highlighters as well as 3 pencil highlighters, which are like neon coloured pencils but harder to blend. This box also comes with the Staedtler triplus mobile office, which I think is super neat. You can open the package and make it into a stand too, which is awesome. I also got the pointmax Stabilo pen, which has a bullet nib, as well as the Silvine sketchbook, which has cartridge paper and is a popping bright blue. Guys, check out this art though. This guy used highlighters to create such amazing work. It's so cool. Scrawlrbox actually features a different artist every month, so it's a good way to find new artists to stalk on social media. And of course, you can't forget that candy. I love candy, guys. Me and candy all the way. So we have this card which explains what supplies are included in this box. So I'm going to read that little card. Scrawlrbox. This month we are converting your office desk into an art studio. Sometimes the perfect art supplies can be found in the unexpected. Practical items we handle every day if shifted from their intended use to create something beautiful. Staedtler triplus mobile office. This kit contains a black FINELINER blue ballpoint pen highlighter in neon yellow and a mechanical pencil, a complete office sketching kit in its own case. KOH I NOOR highlighter pencils. These high quality dry highlighter pencils are a great alternative to a standard highlighter marker. They won't dry out or bleed through the page. Plus, we can also use them in our artwork to add that neon edge. Stabilo pointmax. The pointmax has a strong nylon felt tip and the ink is designed to dry quickly and not to bleed through the paper. The 0.8mm nib is also great for adding a few strong outlines to give your work more line variation. Mlighter fluorescent pens. The humble highlighter may be overlooked as an art supply, but you can't knock the bright fluorescent colours of the ink. Using these supplies outside the intended use is a nice way to add a splash of colour to your art and bring out those important highlights. Silvine Field Sketchbook. The 40-page sketchbook with 140 GSM textured acid-free cartridge paper is perfect for those wanting to get out of the office and sketch what's around them. Suitable for all art supplies, even highlighters. As usual, I swatched all the supplies, testing them out. I wanted to see if I could lay the highlighters on the paper, which is pretty good. It is 140 grams per square meter and has a slightly rough texture, which I don't mind. I like that you get a whole sketchbook. I can definitely see myself using it in the future. So, the portable office kit contains a triplus FINELINER in black, which I already own. I've had these FINELINERs for years in most of the colours. I think they're a great way to add interest and colour to my art. It has a 0.3mm tip, which is softer than other FINELINERs, such as the Micron or the Multiliner, which I enjoyed, and they are known for their triangular barrel. Also, I lost one of the lids of these pens, and after 2 days it still wrote perfectly fine. Googled it and found that it is supposed to be dry safe, which means it won't dry out if left uncapped for up to 3 days, which I think is awesome. This pen is 80 pence on Colt pens, which is super cheap too. and I'll have all of the links in the description section below as usual, so if you want to check that out. You also get the ballpoint pen in blue. I have to say, I used to love drawing with ballpoint pens when I was in school. I also want to do the ballpoint pen challenge, which sounds so cool. This pen is airplane safe, waterproof, and comes in green, red and black too. Although it was a bit of a struggle putting the lid back on properly, but it writes smoothly and I tested it out to get a feel for it. The cheapest I found was on Cult Pen's website for £2.10. The set also includes a mechanical pencil. You just pump the top to get the lead out. It comes with an eraser which twists out like lipstick, which is just like the Stabilo Twist Erase mechanical pencil. I really like this pencil too. The cheapest price I found was on Cult Pen again for £3.11. Last of the mini office pen set is the yellow highlighter. I find pen-shaped highlighters like this one are easier to use than the traditional wider ones, so I was excited to try this out. I just love the bright colour of this one. It has a long bullet tip and it is light, fast and water-based. I like the bullet tip on this highlighter. I found it easier to use than the traditional chisel tip. I tried to test the highlighter by trying to smudge it, but I forgot about the graphite that was already in my finger from testing the mechanical pencil. But I was going to use them together anyway, so it's a good way to test how they work together. The highlighter pen is £1.49 on Cult Pens, and the whole set together retails for £7.40 on Tiger Pens, and if you buy them separately it costs £7.50 minus shipping. If you're interested, the links will all be in the description section. Personally, I think it is a great set, and since I got it, I have been taking it with me everywhere. The next supply I swatched is the Stabilo pointmax, which is a black fine liner pen with a hexagonal barrel with white stripes. I like that this fine liner has a thicker bullet nib which can draw thicker lines with much less effort, so I think it worked well with the Staedtler, which is a much finer nib. The nylon tip is 0.8mm and you can leave the cap off for 24 hours apparently and it will still work. It is water based, so I think it will work well with Copics. I'm interested in testing that out. The KOH I NOOR highlighter pencils, which I have never heard of before. I think they look like regular neon coloured pencils, but they are harder to blend. But I found that adding light layers on top of each other helped with them blending. I really like the look of these pencils. They are so cute. My favourite is the super bright pink colour. I had fun playing with these pencils, but I don't think I would have purchased them myself as I don't feel like I could use them much. But we'll see in the future, I might surprise myself. I got 3 colours, orange, coral pink and a purple pink. They are pretty cheap at £4.15 for 6. Lastly, I swatched the mlighter highlighters. I got the blue, purple and pink colours. They seem to work fine as highlighters. I attempted to blend them by laying down a lot of ink, and while it was still wet I quickly added the other colour and laid them. They seemed to blend okay, but it was a lot of work and it did stain the tip a bit, so yeah. I had fun playing around with these highlighters, trying something new. It was fun. The sketchbook is the Sylvine sketchbook, which is 140 grams per square meter, and it is a good sketchbook, slightly textured surface, and yeah, I like it. The challenge was workspace highlights, but my mind was blank. I couldn't think of anything, so I decided to draw something as a way to test these supplies, and I went for an eye. I wasn't going for anything crazy, but it turned out kind of crazy. I sketched out the eye using the mechanical pencil and started adding the colours randomly and built it up where I felt needed it. Not much thinking was involved, as you can see. I used the ballpoint pen to add some details to darken up some areas on top of the highlighters. It kind of looks like more of a blue-violet colour, which I think worked well. I added some extra details since I felt it looked a little plain. I used the Staedtler FINELINER to add black dots in random clusters and drew some lines here and there. I also used the pencil highlighters too. At the end, I kind of liked it. So I decided to move on to the challenge, which was workspace highlight. I decided not to just draw my work setup since it's all over the place, but I'm super happy to say that I have a desk. My gran surprised me with it from IKEA, but I put it together myself, which was easier than I thought it would be. Although I'm kind of scared it's going to break into a million pieces at any point. But yeah, I'm just so happy, guys. I made this video before I got that desk, so I decided to do a cute little illustration of what usually happens when I'm drawing a painting. I used my OC's Delilah Dazzlebottom and Picasso. Picasso is my cat, and he's the inspiration for this drawing. I had quite a bit of trouble sketching at the table, but I decided to have a fabric hanging over it, covering the legs since I didn't want there to be so much white space. I drew this girl who's painting away and realises her cat is watching her with this mischievous, sneaky expression, and she's all too familiar with it. Before she could do anything but open her mouth and wave her hands, her naughty kitty reached out and pushed over the cup of paint water, spilling it all over her work. My thinking was that she is super panicked because that paint water is mysterious and magical. It fills everything with colour, happiness, beauty, brightening up everything when used in small amounts, but when thrown about randomly or with bad intentions, it sticks to everything in the vicinity and is a complete pain to wash off. I loved using these supplies. I actually have got the next Scrawlrbox too, which I will get onto now, but the Scrawlrbox is so much fun, guys. It's a great way to try out new art supplies and find new products you love. Towards the end, I added a shadow to the bottom of the table just randomly since it was looking a little flat. I like this cartoony style and want to do more work like this. Have you guys tried the Scrawlrbox? What do you think about it? And what do you think about the art? I'd love to hear what you have to say. And also, my last video is of the art I created on my live stream and edited. I had so much fun. For my next one, I will try to schedule it here on YouTube, but I also have a Twitch channel where I am planning on streaming. I would love it if you would come over and join me. Remember, go over there and follow so you can stay up to date. Also, look out for my YouTube live streams. I have made a Twitter account. I'll have all my social media links in the description section so you can go and follow me if you wish. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And like if you like. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.